Ever found yourself tangled in the web of life's complications? Life often presents a myriad of challenges, each with its unique set of problems. It's like navigating through a labyrinth, where every turn reveals a new obstacle. Sometimes it's the stress of work, where the demands of your job seem to tower over you like an insurmountable mountain. Take, for instance, the story of John, a middle-aged man who found himself drowning in the ocean of corporate deadlines and office politics. He felt like a hamster on a wheel, running endlessly but going nowhere. Then, there are relationship troubles. We all crave bonds and connections, but they can often turn into a source of heartache and distress. Like Sarah, a young woman who was caught in the crossfire of societal expectations and personal desires. She loved her partner, but the pressures from her family and society to conform to certain standards chipped away at her self-esteem, slowly but surely. And let's not forget the personal insecurities that gnaw at us from within. The constant comparison with others, the nagging feeling of not being good enough, the fear of failure. These insecurities can shroud our lives in darkness, making it hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Just like Emily, a bright and talented woman who could not escape the clutches of her own self-doubt. Despite her accomplishments, she felt like an imposter, forever afraid of being unmasked. These challenges, they often feel like a storm that won't pass, a night that won't yield to the dawn. They can leave us feeling lost and hopeless, adrift in a sea of despair. But what if I told you there's a way out, that it's possible to not only weather the storm but to dance in the rain? But what if there was a way to not only survive these challenges, but to thrive in spite of them? Consider this. Instead of trying to add more to your life to solve problems, what if you started subtracting? Welcome to the power of subtraction. It's a concept that's simple, yet profound. It's about trimming the excess, the unnecessary, the harmful. It's about focusing on what truly matters by letting go of what doesn't. Picture a man overwhelmed by work, juggling tasks and meeting deadlines. His life is a balancing act on a tightrope, and he's barely keeping it together. Now imagine if he started subtracting, delegating tasks, and streamlining his work. By removing the excess, he might just find that elusive balance and breathe a little easier. Consider a woman constantly comparing herself to societal standards of beauty and success. These comparisons are a heavy burden, making her feel inadequate and unhappy. What if she started subtracting? What if she distanced herself from these toxic comparisons and societal expectations? She could rediscover her self-worth and find joy in her unique journey. The power of subtraction isn't just about removing negative influences or unnecessary obligations. It's about creating space for the positive, for growth and opportunity. It's about getting rid of the noise so we can hear the music. Subtract the clutter from your home, and you'll find more space to breathe. Subtract the negativity from your mind, and you'll find more room for positive thoughts. Subtract the toxic relationships from your life, and you'll find more time for meaningful connections. The process might be challenging, and it might require courage, but the rewards are worth it. A lighter, happier life is waiting for you on the other side of subtraction. So why not give it a try? Start small. Subtract one thing that's been weighing you down. See how it feels, then keep going, because the more you subtract, the more you'll find what truly adds value to your life. Start subtracting the negatives from your life, and see how much lighter and happier you can become. After all, life isn't about having it all, but about cherishing what truly matters to you. Are you ready to make a positive change in your life? It begins with a single step. Start by decluttering your surroundings. Say no to a demanding boss, or bravely step away from a toxic relationship. Yes, it might be challenging, but trust in the end result. It will be a life of more peace, more joy, and more fulfillment. Start your subtraction today, and witness the transformative power it can bring to your life. Remember, it's not about subtracting for the sake of less, but for the sake of more. Life is a complex equation, but sometimes the solution is simpler than we think. As we journey through this existence, we often encounter complications. Yet remember the power of subtraction. It's not about losing, but about liberating ourselves from what holds us back. It's about removing the unnecessary, the harmful, the energy-draining elements that cloud our progress. By deleting those things and people that make life difficult, we pave the way for ease and clarity. Subtraction isn't about loss, it's about gaining, so start subtracting today and watch as your life adds up to something beautiful.